Actually, look, it's a huge day. I suppose the tradition of contesting the finals in Paddy's Day, and because it's on in Croker as well, it's a good day out, so everyone's looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's very tough. You have the likes of James Stevens there, Ballyhale, Shamrocks and Carrickshock. You know, any chance that you get with Kilkenny, you know, you've got to go and take it, because it might never come again. Oh, we had some very tough games there, especially against the Dublin champions and the Wexford champions, so we're hoping that might stand to us in the final.
I suppose when you look at the De La Salle match, you know, we were very lucky to come through that with the win, and you know, it was great excitement afterwards.
Well, we saw the semi-final there, you know, and it was an absolute brilliant game. You know, extra time, it looked like it was gone for him, but with the help of Alan and Mark Kearns and Owen Ford and David Ford, you know, they came out on top.
When we beat De La Salle, you know, we knuckled down pretty quick, and you know, the lads have trained hard now for the last few weeks. There was no prize at the end of it, you know, there was no silverware in the dressing room, and even had we won the game 2-1, we were still only a step closer to where we wanted to be. So, you know, it was very easy to get the boys' feet back on the ground again. You know, we've had the experience from 2002, you know, so you know, we know we have a massive game now ahead of us on the 17th.
I suppose there are 6 or 7 of us that actually have played in Croke Park before, so that might stand to us, but it's the same for Clarinbridge of Galway. You know, they have the Fords there and the Kearnses, you know, and they have the experience of playing in Croke Park too.
You know, it's not that long ago we were maybe an intermediate team, you know, so it's good now that, you know, we're there, and Patrick say final, you know, so it's great.
It would be a dream come true for all the boys on the team. You know, it's nice playing with your family there and your cousins and the people that you grew up with.
That's what's so special about the club. You know, you're playing with lads you've grown up with and playing with your family. So, like, you know, we have 3 or 4 sets of brothers, and as I said, you know, everyone knows each other so well. It's just a great achievement for everyone.
Yeah, Paul Flynn, obviously there's great excitement in both areas ahead of this final, as there was in the semi-final. Clarinbridge and De La Salle, of course, from Waterford. A dramatic, exciting game. It had everything. People in Galway are slightly worried. Maybe that was Clarinbridge's final.
Yeah, Michael, the semi-final in Thurles against De La Salle was, you know, one of the best club games I'd say ever played. Twice they came back from losing situations with time up and you know, sneaked it in the end. But that's a habit they've had. You know, the Galway County final went extra time.
That's right, yeah.
In a replay. They lost their first 2 club games of the year and got in, you know, on the 3rd game. So
nobody's given them any chance.
Yeah,
you know,
going
anywhere.
They obviously have a fighting spirit, you know, and I think they realise, maybe the same with O'Loughlin's, that you know, this is their chance. You know, the teams that, you know, James Stevens and Ballyhale, particularly in Kilkenny over the years, have kept O'Loughlin's out of this championship since '03. So they see it as a chance. But you know, Clarinbridge, Portumna have been the dominant team, not alone in the country, but in Connacht and Galway. So both clubs are in kind of the similar situation where, you know, they realise that this is a huge day.
Do you think a Kilkenny team in the All-Ireland final has a little bit of a psychological advantage?
Well, the records would show
Asking Waterford,
yeah, not in Waterford anymore, but certainly they do. Clubs I don't know, but like, I mean, you know, O'Loughlin's are a very balanced team. Like, they have a few of the Kilkenny players, Brian Hogan, Martin Comerford, you know, young Dowling that played with Kilkenny. So they're well experienced, you know, and they've been playing top class teams the last 5 or 6 years. But going to, I think Clarinbridge were in the final in '02. They beat us in the semi-final. Yeah. You know, like it took them 9 years to get back there, so like they're going to relish the opportunity. But I think it's going to be a very close game.
I think you might be right. Okay, that's all for next Thursday. Highlights here on RTE2 television at 7:30.
And so sticks to Talon, Fuinardon, Agashin, Bus, Reha the Chlorine, Angus O'Hocha, the Bannister, the Furna, Michal Donovan.
Come up this morning and travelled well now, and everyone's in good form, so really looking forward to the challenge.
Now, how are you going to stop the threats of Bergen and Comerford inside?
Look, you know, as in any game, and particularly in the semi-final and our own local championship, you know, we just concentrate on our own game, trying to get our own performance, and that's all we're going to do today.
What about the physicality of this O'Loughlin's team?
Look, as I said, you know, obviously we've watched them and done a bit on them, but, you know, we're just totally focused on our own game and what we can bring to the table.
Now, you were here in 2002. How much extra does that give you, the experience from being in Croke Park on the big day?
We had 5 or 6 players, and, you know, the last time it was contested in Thurles, so, you know, it's a whole new ball game here today, and we're just a huge experience everyone's looking forward to.
Well, thought he Nismo, Egdrehe the Chlorine, the Clehe Canish, the Hare and Cart Galorach, Shochwev, lads, Gaeli Loughlin, Agus, Andy Comerford.
How the team set for today?
Yeah, all set there, pretty relaxed coming in, and ready for the final now, yeah.
You've had a tough campaign coming through so far, tough Leinster campaign. It was tough all the way through.
Yeah, every match is tough, you know, especially in this competition, and like, We played all the matches. Now we're in the final. It's a 50-50 game.
Now, this Clarinbridge team, how are you going to stop their running game?
We've talked about what way we're going to handle it. The boys know exactly what they have to do. We're just waiting for the whistle ball to be thrown in now at this stage, and all the preparation has been done. So we're studied, analysed, and we've gone through everything the Clarinbridge controls. Hopefully we'll be okay on the day.
Who are the guys you need to be watching out for?
I just thought about big time players they have there, Kearns and David Ford and that, so it's going to be tough, but we're ready for it.
Andy Comerford, Brevalla Shane,